Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Stay spooky. That's what my shirt says. Happy Halloween to our Paranormal Investigation team. We're excited that you're all here again, including Leslie Self, who is the founder of Paranormal Investigations. What a perfect day here to talk more about all that you do to help people, dealing with paranormal activities, phenomena, spirits, ghosts, and so much more. Happy Halloween, everyone. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you.
I'm great. Excited to be back here. And this is a very special day. Do the spirits and ghosts come out more during this time of year?
Yes, they do. There's a couple of reasons for it. And really until from about the 1st of October till December 21st, which is the longest darkness part of the year, the spirits come out more. And that's not just because it's dark, but it's because things start to slow down. People aren't doing as many things, outdoor activities, and it ends up that the photons from light actually destroy spirit energy, is what they say. And along with that, you have Wi-Fi, cell phones, and everything that's going on, and that decreases the photons for them to be able to cross the veil to speak to us.
Ooh, and by the way, for
Yeah.
those that may not know, tell us a little bit about what it is y'all do and introduce your guests with us, who I know I've gotten to meet before. And then we're going to see some more stuff because seeing is believing, right?
Yes, this is true. So, Self Paranormal Investigations, we do paranormal investigations into a wide variety of activity. We do everything from UFOs, which Dixie is our UFO specialist. She's definitely got some more knowledge than what Dean and I have on the team. We will do home investigations, business investigations. We've done the Stanley Hotel, Myrtle's Plantation, Waverly Hills Sanatorium. So we'd like to say, nothing's too big. It might take us a little while to get it done, but our team of experts is always in for a challenge. And over here, I have Dean.
Hello.
And do you want to tell him how long you've been with the team?
I've been with the team about 6 years now.
All right, cool. And Dixie.
Hi, I'm Dixie. Been with Les for about 16 years.
Yeah, so we've just definitely, we have Patty, Donna, Chris, Cass, and a few others on the team that make it happen.
Great. And for today, what did you want to show us and talk to us about? I know last week we got to see some amazing videos, and I know you have even more. You said better videos this week.
Yes, better videos this week. Last week we were having technical difficulties, but this week I think I have everything figured out. We're going to be looking at a home investigation here in Craig, Colorado. Was kind of a sad situation. It was a murder. They thought at first it was a suicide, but then as more details come out, they found different. And then we confirmed it with an investigation. The family had actually called to see if we could get answers for them. And we went ahead and went in and investigated, and come to find out, we asked a question with the Frank's box on and asked Zach, were you murdered in this house? And it's a long pause in between, but then across the Frank's box, very clearly, you hear it say, I was shot. We're also going to be visiting the old Craig Memorial Hospital, where we caught some things there, the operating room, a couple of hallways. We are going to also be in La Plata, Missouri, at an old funeral home, where we caught the phone in the embalming room ringing, not once, but twice. And there was nothing, not power, nothing hooked up there. For this phone to ring was definitely cool. It was one of the old rotary phones. We're also going to be Hannibal History Museum, where you'll get to hear Cliff Edwards speak across the Frank's box and say Jiminy, Jiminy Cricket. And also in the Hannibal History Museum, we're going to have something that was still, I think, one of the coolest finds we've ever had. And we were moving from the area that had some artifacts from the Titanic and some of Molly Brown's things, the unsinkable Molly Brown. We were walking away and you hear this voice go, help. And then all of a sudden you start hearing it clicking. And we thought, wait, is that Morse code? And we have an EVP of the SOS from the Titanic. I've goosebumps all over. This is so exciting.
Yep.
So
I want
I'll go
to.
ahead and share the screen.
Yeah. I'm like waiting for it. I'm like, is he going to just play the audio? We're going to see it. Yeah. Please,
You're
please.
gonna see it. Yes.
Yes, let me get all the boxes checked. That should do it. And share. So first of all, to start off, today I would like to bring up my mom and dad. They were married. It would have been married 72 years ago today. Oops, wrong one. So here's to mom and dad. Happy 72nd anniversary. And then I would also like to pay tribute to Catherine. She was on our team. She was a psychic medium. She gave us comfort through many different times in our life, and we're going to miss her.
Yes.
And now, here we go. Zach, were you murdered in this house? Yes or no? All right. Are you still there, Jill?
Uh-huh. I heard
Uh-oh.
that loud and clear. I was shot.
Yes. And I mean, that was just, the, it still is just unbelievable the feeling that we get when we hear that. It's
A-
like, wow.
And what are you using to pick this up? What type of audio, what type of recording equipment do you use?
So we use several different styles of recording devices. We use, of course, night vision cameras. Oops. Hold on. This is the spirits. Just a second.
Okay, so sorry about that. The spirits like to play with us, and it just drained the battery in our mix board. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Are you still there, Jill?
I'm still there. I hear and see you all.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. But yeah, it just drained our board. So anyway, the equipment that we use, we have the night vision cameras, we have a Zoom voice recorder, and two other types of voice recorders to be able to catch the different frequencies that they speak. But what we heard there was the Frank's box, and it's an AM FM radio that they take the filter out so it scans all of the different channels. And then you can set this time on it for milliseconds. And we usually use 150 milliseconds that it'll stay on each channel. And so it makes it to where they can speak easier between. So that was just a recording from the Frank's box, picking up the voice saying, I was shot.
Wow.
And then we have our next one. Let's go to the old hospital in Craig.
Can you tell us what your name is?
Could you guys hear that?
I heard it loud and clear.
Yeah, the Bill Mortimer. Now, here's the cool thing. Someone on the team wanted to give this some validity. So they decided that they were going to go and research, and we found Bill Mortimer lived here in Craig, Colorado. And that was so awesome that we were able to back up. It wasn't just a name from someone somewhere else. We actually had a Bill Mortimer that lived here. And I'll continue on with this here.
Mortimer? Okay, I was making sure I wasn't hearing things. Mortimer, I've gotten Mortimer.
Yeah.
Which would be an old name.
And look at those lights.
Yes, hello. Can you tell us what year it is?
So, and up here where the mouse is going, I think you guys can see that.
It's
That's a
flickering.
K2 meter. When that happens, that's detecting magnetic fields, and that's when spirits will speak. So we set that a little ways away from any other equipment. But that way, whenever we start to get an EVP or something, that lets us know that it's spirit activity, it's organic, it's picking up their energy. So when you watch our videos, you'll see a lot of K2s and flashlights that help us communicate with the other side.
My name is Les.
I'm Dean. I'm Ken.
Now, that is totally awesome. It's an intelligent haunting because it interacted. We spoke to it, it spoke back. And then when Ken said, his name and it says, hello, buddy, that is so awesome. And
how you
we'll
doing,
go on.
buddy?
Yeah. We have Hotel Colorado, where we were investigating with Timber from CBS.
Come with me. Yep. Hey, Dean.
Israel.
Stephen.
Hi, Stephen. I'm Deidre.
Margaret Tobin, are you here with us tonight? Molly Brown? Unsinkable Molly Brown? Orville, are you... Orville, are you still here? Yes, he is. Okay.
So that's something else that I would like to add. A lot of times we can confirm a little bit. I mean, you can never be really sure who you're speaking with, but back in the day when you would talk to, somebody, do roll call, you would say, are you here? And they would say present. And so, the unsinkable Molly Brown was in that era. Instead of saying here, something like that, present would be a...
Yeah, she also had a room in this hotel.
Yes.
A personal room.
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell us how many spirits are here with us? Two? 12? Oh. Do you like hanging around here? Hanging around this hotel? Were you in the morgue here? Yes. I can tell. Oh, hello. Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Hello.
People.
People.
Danielle?
Now, this was really cool because this was Danielle's first big investigation, and it had never called her name before. So usually when people have their name called for the first time, they get a little bit antsy. And Danielle handled it like a champ. She's like, Danielle?
This is fascinating.
You want a cigarette?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, Les has...
Can you reach for the cigarettes right now?
There's someone down there.
So this is something that we use a lot of the time. We use trigger objects, it's called. So that way, if we go to do bars or whatever, it's really nice. They already have the alcohol. If we do an old restaurant bar and they don't have anything, we usually try to bring something in. And if we're not getting much activity, we offer them, a beer, or a glass of whiskey, something like that. And yeah, whiskey and water. We had that at, was that? The Capo. Oh, the Capo, yeah. So it's always a really awesome experience, especially when they acknowledge, like, hook me up with a cigarette or I'll take that. Here's the old funeral home in La Plata, Missouri.
Thank you. Whoa. Wow. What was that? The phone in the... That sounded like the phone in the embalming room. Yes. Yes, all right. Did you guys hear the phone ring? When we move the equipment in there, I'll show you. Should I go in there and answer it? Okay, I'm taking the voice recorder with me, and I'm going to go and see if I can hear the phone. Hear someone on the phone. Did you take the flashlight? Yeah, I did. Okay. Wow. That gives you
Here
chills.
soon you're going to see the K2 readers with flashlight.
Yes, I was. I was trying to make sure that that was the sound of the phone. And it is the phone. That was the bell we heard. Yeah. Wow.
So this here is a casket, and they didn't have the gurney in there. So we moved the couch out of the waiting room and set the casket up on top of it so we could have it more kind of like a mock funeral to be able to get a response from things. And we caught so many awesome things in that place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Goodness.
Power.
Yeah, there's no power. We went back in the daylight to kind of investigate a little further, and we found the line was cut outside by the pedestal and two places in the basement.
Oh my gosh.
So absolutely the only way for that phone to ring would have been spirit.
Right.
Was it just you and Dean there?
Yeah.
At this
Yeah.
time, it was
It was
just
just the
Dean
two
and
of
I.
you?
Yeah. Now we ended up, the realtor that had the building said as long as we okayed to go down and show it for him, we would have access to it anytime. So this became Self Paranormal Investigations Training Center. So you will see a lot of videos on our YouTube in this old funeral home as we were doing training. And it was, La Plata is a rather small town, and word spread, so we became kind of like the Saturday night sign up, come in and get to investigate the old funeral home. It was awesome. They've since tore down the building, and it really hurt. Here's another one in the funeral home.
Dean walked in.
So this is awesome. It had called my name so many times, and then we'd been gone doing investigations and different things and hadn't been in a while. And we go in, we get things set up, and then you hear it. Hi again, Leslie. It gets to where they know you.
They know you, yes.
They
welcome you whenever you come back.
Yeah. And then here's another phone ring.
The phone just went off again. Did y'all hear that? Did it really? Yes, the phone just went off again. Ah, I missed it.
So,
whoa. I just had every...
you guys kind of see the little dots on the screen there. We use a laser grid. We have several different kinds. This was one of the first ones we were trying to learn. And it's the size of a regular pen. And you prop it up on something, so that you can get it, but you set the grid, and if a shadow walks by, you see that easier because it blocks out those little green dots. So that's why you guys see the stars all over the screen.
So, are Are you here in the mortuary mourning your child's death?
No, that moan was really faint, but we'd had several times and we'd hear the moan or we'd hear crying. I mean, sobbing, crying. And that's really eerie when you're in the building and you don't even have your flashlight on and you hear this and you think, did somebody break in or they hurt? And we would search the building, never find anybody. We ended up getting the name of the girl. Her name was Emily. And we did some research out there, and it was from a nearby town. She was riding a horse and fell off and got trampled. And she became our little buddy there, as we would call her. She would teach the other spirits how to use the flashlights.
Yep.
And so we kind of think that this was Emily's mother still going there to mourn her loss. We're going to go to Hannibal, Missouri now and go to a museum. This is the Cliff Edwards.
Jiminy? Did you say Jiminy Cricket? Yes. Yeah, Jiminy. It did. Yeah, okay, so it sounded like it just said.
Just like Jiminy. All right, thank you.
Did it again. That's amazing.
So there it did it again. It said Jiminy, Jiminy Cricket. And that is so awesome. And the people we were doing a group investigation that night. The museum sold tickets for people to investigate with us. And we had never caught Jiminy Cricket there. We'd had some of the other people that had belongings there. But right there, you got to hear Jiminy Cricket. See here, this is in the same museum, and this is the Titanic.
It's on around and through that back door over there, through the back walkway. Sorry for the butt shot.
Do you want to hold your light?
Yeah, that would be great if you would. Yeah, last time we caught stuff over here by the printing press. We asked if anyone had ever died. You guys watch out as you're walking around here. This bench sticks out. But the flashlights were over there. We asked if anyone died at the printing press, and it said yes.
Oh.
And we got some names, and it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
He said he was PO knowing he used the actual word.
Yes. So this is in the area where they have seen.
All right. So that was kind of our big finds that is just shocking.
And we did
Oh
have that
gosh.
checked out. We did have that checked out against the actual Morse code that was
Yeah.
sent.
Yeah, we used an app to download, and it was 4 clicks, 4 dots,
gosh.
whatever you want to call it, off of what was sent. And if you go and watch our video on YouTube, I took a clip out of the movie and I recorded right after, so you can hear even the telegraph sounder, that's a steady before you hear the big clicks. That's what they call
Yeah.
a telegraph sounder. In the movie, they used the same model as what they, was on the Titanic, and it sounds exactly the same. It says RMS Titanic
Wow.
sinking here for steam. So I've got goosebumps
I
all
know.
over. I wish the camera could pick it up. Head
Oh
to toe,
my-
I'm covered still with goosebumps.
Oh my gosh.
So
What else?
I
I mean, we have 4 minutes left. This is amazing stuff
Oh.
that we're hearing today. And if you are tuning in, I know we've just been like listening to this. I got to remind you all, it's selfparanormalinvestigations.com. We're here with the team talking about all these amazing investigations they've done and covered and recorded. Seeing, hearing is believing for those naysayers out there. This is fascinating, and they can come to
right.
your home, your place of business, or anywhere to help with any type of paranormal activity. Wow. Keep going. Do we have
Yes.
another one or?
we do. I was made just a little extra spot. This one can be kind of time consuming. It's a short clip, but a lot of explaining to do. So I'll give us Dixie and I can explain first. We arrived at the Stanley Hotel, and there was this older couple, and they didn't interact with
Time travelers.
anyone else. Yeah. And we thought, okay, well, they're just shy people. And we kept like bumping into them, and they were very sweet. And she had a turban on, and it looked like, maybe she'd been going through chemo or something. And we went back to I think the restaurant to eat, and we commented that no one else is, speaking to him. We didn't give it too much thought. And later on, we're investigating, and there was a lot of people in the concert hall. So we had gone downstairs to like the storage rooms, and there were kind of too many people to get a good reading. So I jokingly said, we should go to the bathrooms and try to investigate. And Dixie says, maybe not a bad idea. And we go in there, and this older couple, they opened the door and said, do you mind if we join you to investigate? We said, come on in. So we go ahead and we let them do this. And here's the clip.
Would you like to ask a question, honey?
Is there a man and a woman here? You can say that.
So there, it's just, you heard her ask, is there a man and a woman here? And we took turns asking questions, and we thought everything was, going okay. But we got to thinking about every question they asked was about death. And because we're so short on time, I'll say, she kept asking, what is it like to cross over? Well, we left, was coming back to Craig, and we had taken separate vehicles. And I get this text that says, thanks for the good time in the bathroom. We're like, what? So I was like, oh, those older people. So I pulled over, and Dixie stopped, and she goes, what's up? And I was telling her, about the text. I said, read this. And she's like, what's that? And then another text come in, and it said, thank you. You gave us what we needed to go on. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of choking up because they were there with us. And when it said, did it hurt when you passed over, when you crossed over? And it said, no, it's great. And we
tried to call them back, and that phone number didn't exist.
Yeah, we tried right there to call back, and it says this number is no longer in service. And just 2 minutes before we received this.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry we're out of time. We got to wrap it up if you don't mind.
Yes. No, not at all.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. It was good to see you again.
How can we reach out to you?
Oh, you can reach out to us on selfparanormalinvestigations.com, or you can give us a call at 660-332-7718. All
right, thank you so much. Pleasure having you guys here. Thank you for sharing this stuff. Oh, on the perfect day ever. Happy Halloween. Good luck tonight.
Happy Halloween.
Let's see what you uncover.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.